Hello everyone, I hope you are having a fabulous day. Today we continue our talk on sleep. So there are lots of reasons that you want to make sure that you are getting enough sleep. Now what is enough sleep? 7 to 9 hours research has shown 7 to 9 hours is the ideal amount of sleep that we want. It's not too little and it's not too much, and it allows our body to do what it needs to do during that precious time so we can wake up feeling refreshed, attack the day, and for a couple of the reasons that I will address now. So the thing with sleep is sleep restores everything in our bodies. Our immune, our nervous, our skeletal, our hormonal, our muscular systems. We rest and digest. So all that hard work that you're doing in the gym, all those healthy meals that you're eating, if you're not giving your body adequate time to rest and recover from them, to rest and digest, what's the point? Sleep helps you regulate your metabolism, including blood sugar and insulin levels. Eventually, chronically inadequate sleep can eventually make us fat and gain diabetes, or make us fat and develop diabetes. So if you were to do just two things right now, if you've got a friend that's like, I know I need to lose weight, I just don't want to do anything, you tell your friend to start eating slowly into 80% full and make sure that they're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That's going to make tons and tons of difference in their bodies. And then finally, sleep helps us to make and recall memories. We think, we learn, and make decisions better when well rested. Why is that important? Because of that last item there. We make decisions better when we are well rested. So that's really important. When you're trying to make good decisions that are in alignment with your goals, you need to be rested so that you can make those smart decisions. So let's talk about light for just a moment. Light and making our body's clock tick. So several factors control our daily physiological cycle. So that's our circadian rhythm. The biggest one is our exposure to light. So not a lot of us anymore wake up when the sun comes up and go to bed when the sun comes down, but that's what we are wired to do. Now other sources of light start to interfere with our body clock. So daytime light is great. Like, we want that daytime light. But nighttime light is not so great. So it's going to mess with your body clock, make it harder to fall asleep because you're stimulated looking at your phone, looking at your computer, watching your TV. So you want to try to reduce and eliminate that light after the sun sets as best you can, or like an hour before you want to go to sleep. So what do you want to do? You want to turn off your electronic screens. Use a dim alarm clock. Or maybe you don't even use your phone, because sometimes you'll get like a message or a notification. And if your phone is right by your side and that's your alarm clock, it lights up and then all of a sudden you're about to go to sleep, but then that light wakes you up. You start thinking, what could that be? What else did I have to do today? What do I have to do tomorrow? And now you're not going to bed for like another 30 minutes. And the other thing you can do is get some really good curtains, like some blackout curtains. Maybe some of you have those for your kids so they don't wake up early. That would be a great strategy. So more sleep equals better health. Sleep regulates our metabolism and helps to keep us lean and healthy. So if you don't want to get more sleep for any other reason than to be more lean, let that be your motivation. So here's a little example I'm going to read to you. Because sleep helps regulate our blood sugar, lack of sleep can actually cause or worsen insulin resistance in type 2 diabetes, even in healthy people. So a study in 2005 found that the less sleep people get, the more weight they gained over time, and the more likely they were to end up obese. So last summer I read this book called Why Diets Make Us Fat, and it talked about all kinds of reasons. But then it also talked about, if you just get enough sleep, forget the diets, if you just get enough sleep, you're going to be ahead of the game. We don't need to worry about eating certain foods, eating less, etc. You're automatically going to eat less because you're going to bed earlier. And I will post a picture here of this graph that shows that throughout the years, we've been getting less and less sleep, and we are getting fatter and fatter. It's scary. So So staying awake beyond midnight seemed to increase the likelihood of obesity. The later people's bedtimes and the shorter their sleep hours, the more body fat people gained. So it's not doing you any favors to stay up super late. More sleep means better habit consistency, and that's something else we're really concerned with. So a lot of people find that late night is the perfect time for a snack, right? How many people do you know, they stay up late, they're watching the news, and they're eating popcorn, they're eating pretzels, they're eating snacks, maybe they're eating candy. At 11 p.m., chances are no one is eating like a protein and a carb meal, right? It's just snack food. Go to bed when you should, and that whole temptation is removed. Plus, being well rested usually means fewer food cravings and smarter choices the next day. So it's a win-win. Not only are you going to end up eating less in the nighttime, you're also going to make better decisions in the morning. Now, more sleep makes you feel happier and more sane. Anybody else out there feel a little crazy sometimes? So abnormal circadian rhythm, so you getting out of whack with the sun, has also been associated with depression, bipolar disorder, and seasonal affective disorder. So that's just icing on the cake. If you want to feel a little bit more sane, start minding the sun and being more mindful of when it is that you go to bed. So what are we going to do? We've got to get a good sleep routine. So some things are out of our control. Like we can't really control when we fall asleep or the quality of sleep that we actually get. But what we can control are our behaviors, including our sleep ritual. So in addition to nutrition, in addition to our lifting, another thing that I want you to start focusing on is what is your nighttime ritual? What does it look like at the end of the day when you're trying to go to bed? Start to think about one thing that you can do tonight, or maybe start tomorrow night if today's too soon, that's going to get you to bed maybe earlier or in a state that's more ready to go to sleep. So start by building a pre-bed ritual. I'm gonna get off my phone at 9 o'clock. I'm gonna shut my laptop up. I'm gonna shut my laptop down at 10 o'clock, etc. Start to prioritize sleep in your life. I am not a member of Team No Sleep. There's a lot of people out there, they're like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. I have all this stuff to do. It works against you. You're better off getting your sleep, getting up early in the morning, and diving right back into your work. And what else can we do? So those are the things I really want you to focus on. What's the one thing you can do to improve your sleep tonight? I'm going to post a graphic that shows how the sleep made people fat over time, fatter. And I'm also going to give you a couple of things to think about, a couple of to-dos. Long story short, our goal, in addition to following the 5 habits or hitting your macros and getting workouts in, 7 to 9 hours of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. All right, you guys have an awesome afternoon, and I'll talk to you tonight.